Well, happy Sunday to everybody within the sound of my voice. Beautiful day here. We're going to go get some lunch. We're going to call this the ride of life. Today we're celebrating. It might be slightly insignificant to some people, but a pretty good milestone for us. Our baby sister's been down, and they've moved her out of intensive care. She's now in a different room. Her prognosis is looking much better. There are some signs that she's showing signs of improvement. And there have been so many prayers by so many people. We greatly appreciate the outpouring of love that you've all expressed for Connie. Our family's growing older. The day is the 27th, and 27th of July. In fact, 81 years ago, on this day, my mother was getting ready to have another baby. So, somewhere during the night, she had told Daddy to take us over to our aunt and uncle across the street. And somewhere before morning, little Robert was born. And I had me a little brother to play with. It took Joyce a long time before she got a baby sister to play with, but eventually we all become together as a family. I gotta say, take a look at this scenery. What a beautiful day today. Great day for a ride. We're just going to go over to Warrior to get lunch. Yeah, we're celebrating our baby sister. Looks like making a comeback. And she got a long struggle ahead of her, but she's a strong-willed person. We really appreciate the care that she received. Medical today, they can revive you from some really like, for instance, strokes and heart attacks and things of that nature. They're really good at it. I guess they practice a lot. A lot of people have strokes, so. Anyhow, little Robert, when he was born, at tomorrow is his birthday. So we're celebrating the ride for life. My sister's back in this world with us again. And Robert will soon be, I think tomorrow's his 81st birthday. And, yes, because I'm 4 years older. So, yeah, 4 years older. Yeah, tomorrow I think I know for a fact it's his birthday. And, me and old Robert, we growed up together. Robert had to grow up fast. Things changed rapidly once he got here. And, hang on just for a second. I had to switch over there just for a second. That's better. Yeah, we did everything in the world together. We were cowboys. We were bike riders. We raced, hill climbers. We done everything. We drove heavy equipment together. Basically, just enjoyed life. Life took us down a lot of different roads, and we've endured over many, many years. Yeah, Robert and I started riding bikes in 1956, And when he got old enough to get on a bike, he rode right with me. We used to be some pretty good dudes back in the day. We rode with a lot of people. We went on a big ride up to Friant Dam. That's up there in Fresno County. And when we got up there, the Hells Angels, Gypsy Jokers, the Banditos, they were all there. It was their yearly cookout for the Hells Angels. And it wasn't very long a day. We was sharing beer with everybody. That was the thing we did back in the day. Everybody shared with everybody. And had a good time. We went on a lot of good rides. And we always took care of one another. Our family was pretty tight. If you messed with me, you had to contend with Robert. He wasn't no lightweight. He was pretty stout. And if you messed with Robert, you had to deal with me, and I didn't fool around. I mean, what I'm saying is that you had to go out of your way to make Robert mad, because he's really a gentle, God-loving human being. And for you to provoke him, it means you had to be really out of line. But we managed to get through life. Neither one of us went to prison. we just lived at the edge of life. Saw a lot of bad things. I mean, we saw a lot of bad things in our life. Scary stuff. Robert and I was driving heavy equipment, and Robert had a big, I believe it was a land plane. It was like a carryall. It had a huge 15-yard bucket, and back there in the back, it had a big column where the wheels and stuff was mounted, and it was spring-loaded. And it's starting to sag. When they'd get a load, it would sag over to one side. They knew the spring broken, so the guy that was running the service wagon, he said, the only way we can get the spring out here, we're going to have to cut into the side. So Robert's standing there beside of him. He turned his gas bottles and everything on for him. Because Robert was an equipment operator, but he, back in them days, everybody helped one another. And so Robert was there to help the service guy. When he cut into that tower, about a 4-inch chunk of steel under tons of pressure come shooting out of the hole where he cut that tower open, and it hit him right under the eyeball on the right above the eyeball on the right hand side, and peeled his skull back, and he fell over backwards onto the ground. And anyhow, somebody had a pickup truck there. Robert had to sit in the back like an SUV type thing, and had to hold his arm so he couldn't put his fingers into his brain. It was all exposed up there. And he had to ride all the way to Fresno with that fellow laying there in his lap. Thank God, I don't think he made it. I think he expired. Robert, if he is here, he could tell you, if he expired, but it wasn't a pretty ride. But, life takes on a lot of twists and turns. You take the good with the bad. That's how we was raised. And my sister was the same way. They loved and respected each other. And you didn't mess with our sisters. I mean, one time we got a call that our sister, Connie, was in distress, and she needed our help. We got the bat signal from my mother. She called us and said, you gotta go help your sister out. And we rode about 100 miles, and we did what had to be done. And when we took care of the situation, we're a real tight family. That's the way we was raised. Families from the southeast, especially coal mining kids, they are raised up pretty tight. because you live on the verge of life and death all the time. And well, this is the ride for life. So we're so happy that she's improving. Connie's improving, and our family is in relatively good health, considering our age. I'm now the senior in the family. We lost our brother Charles this year in April, and we're just thankful we didn't lose another family member. So I'm hoping the very best for her, and things will work out really good for her. She's real resilient. Well, you know what? She'll be back on the coffee with the coffee club, having morning coffee with Sick and Motorbomb and Ray and all the fine folks that come to Brown Chicken, Buck Brown, Key Fob. There's a lot of, so many people, and men and women. There's a lot of really good women that comes and has coffee Tuesday through Thursday. If you're out there on YouTube land looking for a place to go, come visit the Coffee Crew. Be 8:30 Central, 9:30. 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. And come in and have a cup of coffee with the Coffee Crew. You'll meet a lot of really interesting characters. Sometimes we have Miss Lolly and Frogzilla, retired writer, uncensored America. I know I mispronounced his name. Salty Badger. He'll show up sometimes. We got a lot of good people, and they're a family. When we were grieving about my sister, they was grieving with me, man, that's a tight family. Biking families are really tight. They care about one another. And it ain't one of them things, pat you on the back. And no, it's real, genuine, sincere respect that is showed every day. And each and every one of the people on the Coffee Crew or the Duct Tape Crew or the Community Crew, they only have your best interest at heart. You'll come there, you can relax. It's not a political or a religious forum. It's a place where if you want to talk about something, talk about your family, talk about your dog. If you got a pet lizard, we don't care. They don't care. I'm just a guest. When I'm seeing, they don't care. It's a place where you can, it's kind of like Cheers. A place where everybody knows your name. And people come there to meet other bike enthusiasts. And I mean, they don't care what kind of bike you ride. This is not one of them, Harley or Die. This is a bike riding group that rides a little bit of everything. We have a young lady up in Canada. She rides different metric bikes from any CC, you name it, she rides it. You don't have to be straddling a big hog or to be a bike rider. Even though I enjoy a bigger machine. Now I'm an old guy, so I ride a trike. I know most of the purists don't even think that should be allowed on the road because it ain't a bike, it's a trike. I just try to set an example when I'm on the trike, how much fun you can have when you're riding on the trike. Angelique loves the trike. And we got Nona Grace up there in Western New York. Her and Jim, they ride everywhere. They did 22 states in 22 days. You got Ray, that seat never does cool off. He's on the road. He goes through more tires than I do shorts. I mean, that's something right there. And yeah, I've got shorts older than his back. Anyhow, you people, I want to know you, let you know how grateful Angelique and I are for your loving and compassion that you have demonstrated during this period of time of her illness, her recovery, the days of doubt, the days of fear. And we was getting daily reports. I called out a couple of times, but I didn't want to get into a point of interfering. They had people taking care of that. So I listened for the reports as they came in. And so thank you from the bottom of our hearts. You guys and girls out there, show somebody you love them today. Don't put it off tomorrow. You got a relative or a neighbor or somebody, express some love. If there's enough of us expressing love, it will eventually erode away the hate, and words saturated with hate. There's so much of it, and it's so easy to get caught up into it. Before you know it, you can be all caught up in the drama of today, and it can get ugly really quick. Well, God bless you. Thank you very much for the ride along. We're here at Hardee's, and she's going to go in and get us a meat sandwich. I know what she's going to have. She always gets chicken, but mine's going to have multiple patties with lots of cheese and bacon. God bless, and the little. She's so hot. She poor little thing. I have to wipe the sweat off.
That's nothing new.
Oh, look at her.
Because I'm hot too.
She suffers in this heat. She's a Washington girl.
Hey, for a little boat
God bless you. Thanks for the ride along, and we'll be seeing y'all maybe a Tuesday on the coffee show. Bye bye.
Let me turn the camera off.